You are now listening to the Salty Virgins Podcast.
Welcome to the Salty Virgins Club podcast. I am the new host. We voted Jordan off the island.
He's gone.
So I'm your host, Kevin.
Too fucking intelligent. Or no, too many degrees.
Yes,
Once you get to that
sweet.
third degree, you're fucking out of here.
Jackson, do you have any letters? Do you have any official letters after your name, like
No.
certifications or anything?
No.
Pat, how about you?
Absolutely not.
Okay, so we made a rule a long time ago that you either had to have less than 3 degrees or no letters after your name.
Mm-hmm.
So Jordan is taking a test to become in direct violation of both of those policies. So he's out.
I mean, isn't there
Yeah.
JD technically?
He
Do people use
is-
that title?
No, I feel like JD means you're a failed lawyer, right?
He might be using it. I don't
Because
know.
if you're
Could
JD
be.
but not Esquire, that means you got your law degree but then didn't. I'm sure this is probably not right, and Jordan would correct me right now. But he's not here, so fuck him.
Is this the first time we're recording without him? I think it is.
This may be the first time in podcast history we've not had Jordan. For a while, there was like probably about 150 episodes in, or 100 episodes in at least. I had not missed an episode, and then I broke the seal, and then I was like, this is sick. And I started missing about one a quarter.
Yeah. Well, sometimes you're just not feeling it. Jordan, always feeling it.
Jordan's got a lot of things to say.
It's kind of a shame he's not here because he had a terrible time.
Yeah, he actually could fill up about 2.5 hours of airspace with travel stories.
Yeah. About how he didn't get a sandwich at an airport.
No, I think so. Actually, funny enough, let me look at my phone real quick because he did have a travel incident and he was supposed to fly out. He was supposed to fly out yesterday,
Yeah.
and he ended up flying out today, right?
Yeah, and we brought this up last week when he said he'd be out because it's like, did you build in some buffer because flying is hell right now?
Yes, well, he talked it into fruition. So I was texting with him, about travel plans later this year, and when was it? Fuck, why is the iPhone not telling me? Okay, it was Friday, so it was a couple days before the flight, and he said, "Hope," quote, and I quote, "hope and pray my flight is overbooked so I can get some money from Delta, and we'll go to Mexico, but only like delayed until Monday morning." And then yesterday he texts us that his flight was, or it was actually he had a delay so that
Mechanical difficulties.
mechanical difficulties. So he got rebooked to today, and then today Delta overbooked the flight, so they were looking for people to leave, and they got to the point where they were begging for people and needed 3 people. And Jordan hit his dream scenario, except for the fact that he would be putting into risk not being able to make it for the bar, and they're not exactly.
You'd have to wait 3 months to test
Flexible?
again. Yeah.
Isn't it? Is it 3? I thought it was like 7 or 8 months.
I think they do it quarterly.
Oh, okay, but yeah, they're not exactly flexible on that. So it was like, because he was saying today, he thinks he could have got like 5K out of Delta, and I don't know, 5K might be lofty, but he probably could have at least got like 2-3K.
I
Like,
know
airlines will pay.
Yeah, when Casey and I flew to Boston on American, when we were checking in, they were already saying we overbooked this. Will you take $500 right now? Like, I'd love to, but we got to go see a baby.
Yeah, you know what's sick fucking business is I've been offered money, like they've called out money and try, like bid it up to get people to come and switch on to a later flight probably 5 or 6 times in my life. Every single time I was flying for personal reasons, and the delay wasn't worth it, right? Like I was going to meet family, something like what you guys were doing, right? Like I was going to meet family, had something I was trying to attend. I traveled for 8 months for work. I was going to Dallas at least once a month, and for a span like twice a month. Not once when I was traveling for fucking work did American ask me, "Hey, do you want to book onto a later flight and accept?"
Because
some
you're
money?"
the person they're kicking off other people for. You're the one flying for business.
All right.
But I was flying for business, but I'm flying coach. I wasn't flying. I'm just like, it's just money. So when it's just the timing of it, right? But it's just, I guess the flights that,
Yeah, but
I guess the
were
flights
you
I take
booking it
personally
through,
are more peak
a
hours,
business,
and I'm flying.
like, status account.
No, I had a personal account, which is better status than the
Oh, and then
default
you're
one I
just
could have
filing
got through
expense
City.
reports and getting reimbursed.
And I was filing expense reports and getting reimbursed.
Hmm.
But it just like never worked out. And it was like, if I'm imagine they're like, oh, we need people to get booked onto a later flight. And I just call work and be like, oh guys, I'm so sorry, my flight got fucked up, I can't make this meeting. Oh, it's terrible. They're like, oh man, don't worry about it, we'll talk to you tomorrow. And I've just cashed $1,000 American Airlines e-voucher. I wish, dude.
Jordan said he still got $500 for a mechanical failure delay. So, like, no one else got money on that flight, right? It was just him because they wanted to get him away from the desk.
I imagine on that flight, probably 10% of the patrons got money. And it's just because you really do, like, unfortunately, you have to make a stink. And the thing is, you don't have to do it at the desk. The times that I've done it on the phone. And the only reason is, I think it's better if you do it at the desk, but it's like a morality line for me at times, because those people at the desk are just dealing with the worst of it. And you kind of have to be the worst of it to get what you want in those situations. But if you call on the phone, you can usually get something worked out. Like, there was a time that I had a flight fucked up. I forget where I was coming. I think it was coming back from something work-wise. But a flight fucked up, and then I wasn't going to make my connection to Orlando, so they flew me to Fort Lauderdale, said they'd put me in a hotel, and then fly me out the next morning. Well, when I got there, the hotel did not have my reservation. Like, so the hotel system was fucked up, so American Airlines pushed through the reservation request, but it never got confirmed. So in that instance, I just called American. I basically talked them through it and basically said, like, hey, rather than trying to rebook me, will you just give me $600 in credit, like, total?
Yeah.
And they were like, okay, yes, talk to this person tomorrow at this particular desk. And I was like, bet, cool. And that was when I went and played poker all night, because I didn't have a hotel room. And I was like, I don't have a car, hotel room. I was like, I know one place that's open 24/7 and has AC. So it's the fucking casino. But yeah, it's like, there's a line where you kind of have to make a stink, but you really can, like, because there's lawyers. I mean, Jordan would know best, and maybe we should have Jordan educate us further about it, because there's certain laws in place that airlines have to adhere to if you request it, basically. And there's a lot of times that, like, people just deal with delays and don't say anything and don't complain because they don't, they just want to get past it and get where they're going.
Me.
Well, I've done it before too. When I flew back from one of my New York internship, I spent a night on a cot in Charlotte and didn't receive a dime from American Airlines. And that's who I flew. But I never made a stink about it. I said I would, and then I just, whatever. I just wanted to get home,
Took an 11-hour bus ride through a blizzard.
Yeah, right? Like, yeah. So maybe we got to have either Jordan or tell Jordan to find someone that really knows, like, put on a session. Because that's one of those things that you can, if you like understand what you can complain about and what to say, you could cash out with.
It's really
if they're just given credit for future flights, they just they just kind of do what they have.
Listen, I've been looking at flight prices for Thanksgiving and Christmas. Like, I'm going to need my flight for my friend's bachelor party to Denver to need me to get pushed a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need some fucking vouchers. I look like even the cheap airlines right now are fucking. I think Thanksgiving, the cheapest one I found was $500.
Dude, flights are tough.
And
that stinks.
Flying for Christmas was $1,000 a person.
No thanks.
I'm still trying to go to Argentina over Thanksgiving, and right now I coach $1,000 a person. It's just like there's no deals, dude. It's a wasteland. It's so and on the shitty thing is, I recently booked a flight Jax to Atlanta. Round trip per person was like $200, which is not terrible, but more than it was maybe like 2 years ago. But those flights, when I went to go pick seats, it was like 25% booked. Like, it's not, there is a lot of demand to travel and prices have gone up because of it. But I don't think dynamic pricing exists anymore, where flights are not super booked, prices start going down. I think they're just like, we're charging this much, fuck you.
Dynamic pricing now exists in the way that they're scalping their own tickets, like the Las Vegas Raiders. Where like we're not going to release all our tickets at once. We're going to release half of them. Wait for you guys to
talk about that on the
price.
podcast?
No, I just sent like the tweet, I think, after we podcasted last week. But yeah, so
okay, yeah.
So the NFL released their numbers on which teams had the highest ticket revenue for the past season, and despite being marginally lower in total attendance. I think like they were somewhere in like the middle of the pack, but I mean, it's all relative for the NFL because most games sell out technically. The Las Vegas Raiders earned the most ticket revenue by dynamically pricing, quote unquote, their own tickets, where they just released blocks, and then as the price got driven up by people wanting to go see their favorite football team, released more tickets at even higher prices so they could scalp their own tickets.
That's dirty business. That's tough.
Like there's no scarcity. It's just all artificial scarcity, and you're going to pay for it. And they were right. People paid for it because they didn't know any better.
Well, and I guess because I was trying to think, my first thought is like that can't be legal, and I don't know. It might get into the intricacies, but at first my thought was like, oh, like if you're reselling on like StubHub or secondaries, then it's illegal. But if you're just like not selling all the prices out, and then demand goes up, and then it could like I guess it's legal. It's just dirty fucking pool.
Yeah. Demand you artificially created because you made people think there was half as many tickets as there really were.
Yeah. Yeah, that's nasty business. Like I don't know. Like it's tough. Just any professional sports now, like top level professional sports, just attending any event at all is not like the days of being able to go really cheap to just like a crappy baseball game or even like a Magic game. Like you can kind of make a Magic game work if you know someone in Orlando and have parking figured out. But if you have to like go in town to do it, there's just no way to do it like cheap anymore.
No, because parking's $30. Like I looking this past year, tickets even for like bad games against bad teams with mediocre seats, you're paying like $40 plus fees per ticket just to get in, and then you're paying.
Pat, what did we pay?
$15.
Go ahead, sorry. Yeah, $15 a beer and food. Like, a hot dog is what, like $8 now. Like at any.
They have Gringos Locos at the Amway Center, so I don't know who's listening that doesn't know what Gringos Locos is, but local Orlando taco place. You can get 3 tacos at their normal locations for I think like $10. 3 tacos at the Amway Center is like $25.
Jesus
and they're worse because it's out of the Amway kitchen instead of out of like the Gringos Locos kitchen.
Yeah, it's insane. They don't even pay for their stadiums.
Yeah. What did we pay? 2 years ago when we went to the Jets-Jags game, Pat? We went to go watch a football game that in like week 12, the teams playing had a combined, I think, 4 wins.
Dude.
And I'm fairly confident that we paid like $80 per seat to be in like the top of the second.
It was too much.
Blazing.
We paid too much
for one of the worst stadiums in the NFL.
Worst stadiums, worst teams.
You gotta watch 2 teams try and lose so they can draft Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, it was a fucking nightmare. Like that's the thing is like the Jags, for what it's worth, Jacksonville does irrationally rally behind the Jags. It is our only pro sports team, like real pro sports team. So I get it, but it's like the Jags fucking stink, and people in Jacksonville still really fuck with the Jags. But that team sucks ass. I would expect to go be able to see a game for $20.
We paid $82.
Yeah, cheapest ticket in the door for any game is going to be like $60.
That was with tickets crazy. That, it was lower bowl, right?
Okay. Well, didn't we get a hookup?
Yeah, there was a hookup, but it was still $82.
$82 with the hookup is that?
We had good. I misremember. We had good seats, not like A+ seats, but it was like lower bowl end zone, and we got him for $82 when it was like they were supposed to be more expensive. But if you had told me, like I don't know, if you told me right now, hey, the Jags are playing, I can get you a lower bowl seat for $80. You're like, no.
Yeah, nah.
That's just, no. I'm gonna go watch the game at a bar, spend less money drinking beer, and then go hang out after.
Yeah, there's a brewery, I don't know, 4-minute walk from Everbank, or what is it, TIAA Bank Field now? I'll be over there. They have big screens.
Yeah, you can see the game so much better. But yeah, there was some study released this past week, I think. It said that stated the average price is for a family of four to see a Major League Baseball game. I think it was above $500.
That's nasty.
For like a Red Sox game, yeah.
I think this was just your average like baseball game.
Oh, really?
I think, and shout out, I don't know if the Rays still do it, but shout out to them. They used to, as of like 2 years ago, at Rays games, I'm pretty sure at any Rays game, you could bring like a cooler in. So, and they had games that were, I think last time we went, Rays played the Red Sox because there's so many fucking baseball games. Like, you think like midweek, we had like a midweek game in Tampa. They played the Red Sox and we got like $25 a ticket in the outfield. And they let us bring a cooler in. So we brought like meals for everyone and beer and stuff. That was like 3 or 4 years ago. But I don't know if they still do that. Like, I'm guessing probably not. Right?
Oh no,
everything just feels way more expensive now.
I cannot think they are that. The Rays owner is mega shithead.
NASCAR lets you bring in coolers because they can't get people to the fucking races.
NASCAR, listen, they might pay you to go to the race because NASCAR might be folding.
I went to the Daytona 500 with Dan a couple years ago, and I got a free ticket because it got rained out. So they went back on Monday, and one of the guys that went couldn't go, so he just gave me his ticket, and they paid like $100 for the ticket or something like that. And then they let you bring a cooler in. So I brought a cooler with 12 Bud Light Seltzers in, and I had 0 Bud Light Seltzers left about 350 miles into the race. And I basically spent the last 150 miles up because I was constantly peeing. And it was so loud. So loud.
People forget cars are loud.
I had earplugs, so it like made it tolerable, but like when I was walking around it was a little bit better. So I just basically spent a lot of time walking around and peeing. I was drunk as hell. And there was a major accident. Joe Nemechek almost died or Ryan Nemechek? Joe Nemechek?
You're asking.
I don't have very expensive knowledge of NASCAR drivers. I'm sorry.
Nemechek, hold on.
Verstappen?
Nemechek automatic medicine. That's not it.
Lewis Hamilton? Yeah, Verstappen.
I think it was. I don't know. Anyway, who cares, dude? It doesn't matter.
Nematode?
No one fucking cares.
NASCAR Mega Driver number 3043.
You guys ready for the impending wave of monkeypox?
Oh yeah.
I'll bring it on.
You guys prepping? Actually, we might get hit with a monkeypox super COVID duo for Slutty Summer 2022. We're really cruising for a bruising right now as a society.
I've given up hope. Is that bad?
I had COVID, I don't know, maybe 2.5 months ago, and no, like 2 months ago. And I was like, I've been thinking, well, at least I'm more immune for the next couple months. Like, I won't get it again. And then I read an article yesterday that's like, oh yeah, this new variant of COVID does not give a fuck if you have had it so far. I'm like, okay, cool. Sweet.
I have not had it, which is kind of astonishing to me.
It was the biggest inconvenience of having it is notifying people that you have it, hoping you didn't get your friends sick, and then not being able to go anywhere for like a week, basically, or like 10 days. I don't know I spent a lot of time at home, but then it was like really nothing. So, but I was fortunate that it was pretty mild.
Oh no! I'm reading the New York Times article about monkeypox. This is quoted: "We've now unfortunately really missed the boat on being able to put a lid on the outbreak earlier." Wow, that's how many times?
Are we gonna have
how many times have we said something like that? Oh my god!
Are we gonna have a dueling outbreak?
Who's playing fucking the?
It's like Howl at the Moon.
Who's playing Plague Inc?
Yeah.
What a game!
Remember that when that game was fun and whimsical?
Remember when the developer came out and apologized because of it during COVID-19?
Yeah, I'm sorry I made this game 8 years ago as a joke.
And now we're fucked because we have state representatives really using this game to explain how pandemics work. Like, this is horrendous.
You know what the most shocking thing that I learned today is? My jaw's on the floor. I wish you could see my face, everyone listening. Is that people at the World Health Organization are trying to downplay monkeypox by saying that it is just, quote, just spreading among gay and bisexual men and trans women. I'm shocked. I can't believe that would be a slant that the World Health Organization would take.
There's no precedent for them doing that before, right?
No.
Okay.
Not that I could remember.
Let's get Nancy Reagan on the phone.
We laugh because it hurts. Yes.
Like I said, I've given up.
A limited supply of monkeypox vaccine available. How can I get this shit? Put it in my ass.
Clip that.
Do it. Wouldn't log it. Time number 32. Someone has said those words in that sequence on this pod.
Yeah. I gotta add it to my journal.
Oh yeah. We're done. We're done. So it's all basically over.
Monkeypox sounds like just so horrendous too. I'm not even sure like what happens.
Actually, what is the if I get monkeypox today? Oh, monkeypox concern level is 10 out of 10, says HHS security. What's HHS?
Health and Human Services.
Health and Human Services, nice.
Monkeypox.
But
like, we're like,
well, Joe Biden hasn't declared a public health emergency because he might be Queen Elizabeth.
Yeah, that's
Queen Elizabeth.
He might be Queen Elizabeth.
Yeah, third weekend at Bernie's him. He's just got sunglasses on, signing paper.
Is Joe Biden okay?
I don't know. They told us he got COVID like 3 days ago, and he's been effectively out of the news, even though, and then like the rest of the White House can't stop saying dumb shit.
No, are you kidding me? I'm shocked.
Did you see the outtakes of like Trump's speech after like the 6th? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, we could talk about the fucking 6 trials because this shit is depressingly hilarious.
It's so funny.
It is so fucking dystopian.
Josh Hawley running down the hallway, giving a thumbs up to the insurrectionists, and then going to hide.
Did you see the Twitter account that posted 30 different or 25 different tweets of different Josh Hawley running away to different background music? Oh my god. Also, amid all this, Madison Cawthorn is just fucking done.
Yeah.
Like, he owes so many people so much money, and they can't even break his legs as repercussions.
Yeah.
So I don't even know what they're gonna do.
Break his
He
wheels.
he really like he went on.
They're gonna take his wheels.
He went on a podcast that gets about as many listeners as we do, and outed like the entire Republican Party for having like coke-fueled orgies, and they said we're gonna make you a broke boy. And did it in about 6 weeks.
He went on that podcast and said that, and there was a video of him borderline sexually assaulting his cousin.
Oh no, not borderline. He was sexually assaulting his cousin.
Within like a day and a half.
People got receipts.
How do you, when you like, you have to know that if you have things like that of you that exist, you have to know that they exist, right? And if you know that they exist, how I can't comprehend the thought process of publicly making declarations about powerful people that have a lot of money and love to spite motherfuckers when you have all the ammunition in your closet to be spited. Doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, isn't it the consequences of my own actions?
You're right. Those don't exist. I hadn't thought about that.
And listen, that's the worst part of this. He's probably gonna be fine. He'll get a new grift.
A super PAC will come through,
But
it's fine.
it has been
How
like
many people
a couple days for like preying on people's downfall. Like Madison Cawthorn, broke as hell. Josh Hawley, world's trying out for the American sprint team, I guess. And Steve Bannon going to prison.
Steve Bannon's been saying if you basically put together a compilation of the worst things to say when you're on trial and about for contempt, he is hitting all the highlights, dude.
But this is the funniest thing is we'll have to have Jordan go over this again because they had a pre-trial hearing where the prosecution, I think, had objections to the type of defenses that he was going to use for contempt. They had a list about I think at least 10 or 15 different things. Went to the judge and was like, he can't use this because there's no possible way anyone can be dumb enough for them to think this is how it works. So he got taken down to where the only reasonable and allowable defense he had was, I just forgot and didn't know this day existed. So he basically, during his contempt trial, he basically had to sit there silent. Like, I have no defense. We tried all my defenses. The judge says, go fuck myself. He's right.
Good.
Steve Bannon's going to jail. How many people have been...
Unfortunately, it's the max sentence you can get for contempt is 2 months, and it's in club fed. It's not like it'd be very funny.
No, yeah, none of it matters. It's just funny that he looks like an idiot. Yeah. It's
But the funnier part is that after he gets out, he can be subpoenaed again. He'll probably just be in contempt of the subpoena again. And this will just repeat itself. So he might earn himself a life sentence of just being so fucking dumb. But he is definitely banking on some civil war to get his ass pardoned.
He's banking on Republicans taking control of Congress and
about 2
coming
months,
in and saving his ass.
Fucking the bad part is he's
probably right.
He's probably right. That's everything's bad.
I'm reading about the January 6th trials, and 850 suspects have been arrested, and 325 so far have pled guilty.
It's kind of hard when they catch you in 4K with a podium.
It's kind of hard when you're talking to the cameras like, hey, this is my name. Oh, which one of you guys sent the screenshot of the text from the guy? It's where he texted
the wife?
Yeah,
his wife. Him texting his wife.
Hey,
yeah.
I'm glad you're having fun.
Yeah. It's oh my god, baby, I'm glad you're okay. Glad you're having fun. Just fucking
the sequence.
We just stormed the Capitol, broke windows, we got in.
Well, the best part of that sequence is the wife was on trial as a character witness on behalf of the husband, and as a part of that was questioned about, did you know what your husband was doing that day? And she was like, no, I wasn't sure. And then they went, I'd like to point to evidence 27B, and there's just a text where it's we just broke through the Capitol. We have the cops' riot shields. And she was like, glad you're having fun, honey.
Glad you're okay.
So that was pretty awesome.
That'd be the same text that Kara would send me if I'm level 3 farming.
Glad you're having fun. Stay safe.
I just got my first star drop. That's a Stardew Valley reference for all you noobs.
For all the noobs.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Things are going well. I did want to... I saw a tweet right before getting on that I need to share. The Choco Taco is being discontinued.
Good.
That's
good. You're not a Choco Taco fan?
I did not like Choco Tacos.
I remember Choco Tacos very fondly, but I cannot tell you the last time I had a Choco Taco.
Yeah, the last time I had a Choco
Taco slap.
Yeah, the last time I had a Choco Taco was the last time I went to an ice cream truck, which might have been years. But the thing is, with the proliferation of food trucks and stuff, ice cream food trucks are becoming a huge thing in Orlando. And there's one that makes ice cream, that makes homemade chocolate tacos, and those are...
They make a better Choco Taco.
It's so good.
Yeah, a Choco Taco was a waffle cone folded into the shape of a taco, filled with vanilla ice cream with chocolate in it, and covered in chocolate and, was it just crunchy crumbles?
Yeah. Like chocolate chips.
Shit slapped. Ooh.
And then they had the ones where they were encased in chocolate syrup.
Ooh. I only ever got one thing out of ice cream.
Yeah, have you ever actually had a Choco Taco, Pat?
I've had one.
You never had a misshapen SpongeBob or
no?
Ruffles?
That was my go-to. I get the misshapen Sonic
Have you
the
had
Hedgehog.
Have you had a Coco Fold'em, Pat?
Yeah, Coco Fold'em.
That makes more sense.
You piece of shit.
Pat's like, yeah, Choco Tacos suck because Coco Fold'ems were trash.
Yeah.
Choco Tacos are.
Coco Fold'ems do sound good, though. I'm gonna be
yeah.
honest.
This is okay. This is a tweet. This is all of us. Me hasn't eaten a Choco Taco since like 2002. Mr. Klondike, sir, how dare you take away this beloved product?
Yeah. This was anyway. No, I'm not going to incriminate myself, but yes, that thought process is very funny. Me stealing from local business. Damn, I wonder why prices are going up.
Well, that's all I had.
Yeah, Kyler Murray got paid. That's it.
We
Joe
didn't.
Biden might
We
be
forgot
dead.
to talk about that. They signed him. He has contractually obligated homework every week.
Yeah, this
But if
man's
someone
got
offered you
homeroom.
230 million over, was it 230 million over 4 years
5,
to study for 4 hours a week?
But you can't watch TV or play video games while you're studying.
And you can't. Yes, they have the child lock on the fucking TV and on his 125-inch TV. And
They have to
Super
download
computer.
that one proctoring software that tracks your eye
he
movement.
has to study on Proctor U.
His honor law.
Take a picture of the room around you.
I did see a video today that was talking about how there was the debate and about whether he should go football or baseball, and I was on the record saying that I think baseball's the safer bet.
We were all wrong. You saw the tweet about the Oakland A's payroll. Versus...
That was the tweet. Yeah, he's making 46 or 42 million a year now, and
his
the Oakland
average
A's...
annual salary is $46.1 million per year. The Oakland A's current entire 25-man payroll is $44.5 million per year.
He's making more than the roster of the Oakland A's, the team that drafted him per year. So shout out to our short king, Kyler Murray. I love watching you run. It makes me laugh every time.
Yeah. Can't wait till I'm forced to keep him in our fantasy football league.
The Moneyball memes around the Kyler Murray thing have been so funny. This is Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray. He walks a lot. He gets on base. His flaw: he makes more money than our entire team.
All right. Well, we're gonna go play some video games now. We'll be back next week with Jordan, who we won't know if he's a lawyer yet, but we'll have a sense. I think he'll come out with strong vibes.
One
Good
last
luck to our boy.
Rip to the art.
Oh yeah, well yeah, Rip to Adidas and Mero. I thought we talked about it a little bit last week, but maybe on a stream. Yeah. Anyway, see you guys next week.
Bye.